Oh, excuse me. Annyeonghaseyo, this is meowmurai. Let's continue our game of Covenant of Solitude running on Nintendo Switch 2. Again, this is a Switch 1 game. And it's a fairly old Chemco game. So, yeah, it does not run really it doesn't run ideally, let's just say that. Village of Barbas. So, this is the village of Barbas, a peaceful place. It reminds me of my home village. This village was attacked by the Empire too, several years ago. The damage was terrible. But somehow the village has recovered. Humans are very resilient. Even with their terrible loss, some of them refuse to give up. That's why the village is here today. Well, there's no time to be sentimental. I need to deliver this letter. Evan said you'd find the collaborator in the village inn. That's where we should look. This is the village of Barbas. Our village was once one of the most famous mining towns in the kingdom. But the ore is all played out now. These days, the village is a much quieter place. But it's not a bad life, for all that. Please enjoy your stay with us. Recently, I've noticed people who aren't from around here. They seem to be headed towards the old fort. Does that seem suspicious? Or doesn't that seem suspicious? Why would anyone want in an old place like that? I don't need any items. Not yet, at least. My daughter is a clever little thing, not even in school yet, and already she can do addition. I'm sure she'll grow up to be a great scholar. Wouldn't that be exciting? My mom is a dreamer, and when it comes to me, she doesn't see clearly at all. It's called blind parental love, right? I know that term. You're a little too clever, kid. A little too clever. There's an old fort to the south, built when I was just a lad. It used to be such a splendid place. With the strength of that fort, the kingdom repelled many an attack by the Empire over the years. But nothing lasts forever. After so many repeated assaults, the fort finally fell. After that, the kingdom's elite forces won back this village, but the fort was abandoned. Ever since, the fort has stood unmanned, just crumbling away. It's kind of sad. Why, nothing at all. I passed by a dashing man with purple hair. I have butterflies in my tummy. Is this love at first sight? Nicely styled purple hair. And what a figure he cut in his blue armor. He must be a knight from somewhere. Oh, I wish I could see him again. If I did, I wouldn't lose another moment. I'd tell him just how I feel. Creepy. Feel like a stalker. Don't need to stay. Nope. Who are you? What do you want? Well, I have something from Evans. Does that mean anything to you? Evans sent you? you're not the regular courier. Are you sure you have it? I've got this, a letter. Past Evan's letter. This is his seal, that much is certain. I'll check it. You wait here. He doesn't seem to trust me. Do you think the letter is that important? I don't know. All I know is that it's best if we don't worry about what's in the letter. In an organization like this, the more you know, the more danger you're exposed to. Not knowing can save your life. You're probably right. I'll be careful. Sorry to keep you waiting. The letter was from Evans, all right. I'm sorry if I seem suspicious. No, I understand. You've never seen my face. I'd be suspicious too. I'm glad you understand. Now, this report needs to be in Evans' hands. I don't need to tell you how important these documents are. Make certain Evans gets it. Of course. Well, if you'll excuse me then. Well, the mission is complete. Now we need to get back to Fatma and meet with Evans. Really? We're going back? I thought we could linger here for a while. Not an Imperial soldier in sight. Listen well, Master. Even here in the kingdom, it could prove fatal to let your guard down. At this very moment, the Empire may have eyes on you. Stay alert. Also, new information is critically important. If you waste time, you may miss a crucial chance at victory. Alright, I understand. You want to go back, so let's go. I don't know, those two guys in armor. Yeah. Ooh, that was close. When he turned suddenly, just then, I thought he'd noticed us. Impertinent. He's making quite a nuisance of himself. But that woman with him, was that? No, that's not possible. What's wrong, Commander? Is there a problem? No, it's nothing. Anyway, he took the bait. Now you just need to follow the procedure. Is that clear? Yes, sir. But are you sure you can handle him alone? Yes, there'll be no problem. I know him better than anyone else. This game is still kind of loud. I'm just surprised how loud it is. I forgot the way that we came. I'm like, oh, wow, which way am I going? Of course, we could use the town portal, but we do want the money and experience. So taking the long way back is probably the better decision. Siren. Hey. Hey. Look, Master, isn't this man the son who's ran away from that mansion? Yes, you're right. It looks exactly like the portrait we received. Should we ask him? Hello, may I have a talk with you? Yes, what do you want? Did my father send you? Oh, yes, I have a message from your father. He wants you to come back. I see, I knew it. Unfortunately, I won't ever return to that house. But your father is so worried about you. He's only worried about me on the surface. I don't think my father is truly worried about anyone. Because the man who my father wants back is just his bloodline heir, not the person who is him myself. Instead of being his heir, I'd like to fight to build a better empire under Mr. Evans. It's much better to use my life for his sublime purpose than just being my father's heir. This man seems obsessed with Evans. He must be a committed resistance member. Well, if I've made myself understood, please go. I don't want to think about my father. You should forget about my father's request and just complete your mission. It's no good. He refused me completely. Didn't listen to a word I said. Well, it may be difficult unless someone who he really trusts persuades him. In that case, we'll have to ask that person. Ah, you're back. That took longer than I expected. I was beginning to worry. So, did you get the letter to him? Yes, of course, and he asked me to bring you this. Past report. I'm grateful for your help. Please give me a moment, please. I need to look this over. I see. At last, he's found it. Would it be rude for me to ask what it says? Well, it's actually related to you in a way, so I'll tell you. Fort. Do you know there's a fort south of the village of Barbas? Currently, the Empire is using it as a genie camp, imprisoning any genies who refuse to cooperate. A genie camp? So, are there many genies like me? Yes, and until now, the existence of the camp was just a rumor, but he's finally located it. The conditions must be horrible. If no one comes to help them, they're just waiting to die. I didn't know there were others like me, or that the Empire was mistreating them. I have to rescue them. Naturally, I feel the same. Genies are people too. They shouldn't be rounded up and treated unfairly. But with your help, we might be able to rescue them from the Empire. Fort, are you willing to try? Absolutely. That means a lot. As soon as you're prepared, then you should set out for the camp. We'll time our own assault on the camp to coincide with your arrival. And while we attack the Imperial forces, you need to gain entry into the camp and release the genies. I see. I'm not sure how I'll do it, but I'll do my best to find a way. We're counting on you. It won't be easy, but you're the only one who has a chance. Please make it work. Oh, should I talk to him about whatever that weird kid is? Oh, he's not here. Never mind. Okay, fine. I'll talk to him later. Back the way we came. So yeah, I do like the approach this game took to its graphics. I mean, we're not dealing with like very, very expensive art, but it's highly detailed, right? It's not trying to look like a Nintendo game, a blocky Nintendo game. It's actually trying to look high res. The sprites have a lot of detail, and even though they're in the style of a 16-bit, Super Nintendo style game, they're not trying to ape that same visual quality. I've always said that this is, given the correct amount of power, we would have had high resolution graphics and high res TVs, in the 90s if they were available. And we would have strived for visuals that look like this, not visuals that look like the NES, I don't know, it's like being like nostalgic about corduroy pants. I was like, yeah, maybe at one point in time everybody was wearing them, but that doesn't mean that they were awesome pants. And that in the future, new pants coming out should look like corduroy pants, because that definitely should not happen. Am I going in a circle? Seems like I'm going in a circle. I guess I should be careful which entrance and exit I go out of. Yeah, this seems awful familiar. But again, that's okay. I mean, we need money, we need experience, so it's not a waste of time. And don't get me wrong, Kemco does have developers that make the, like the intentionally blocky graphics. I think Dragon Prana or Dragon Rana is the series that has like, it's just like very, very big blocks. Absolutely huge pixels. But thankfully that's not the majority of their titles. Genie's camp. This is the Genie's camp. Genies, like me, locked away inside like animals. Good, you're here. The timing is perfect. The enemy is putting up more resistance than we'd expected, but we should be able to buy you some time. If you can just break the genies out, we can call the whole operation a success. Yes, I'm determined to see this through. Then I'll rejoin my troops. It's all in your hands now. Good luck. can't waste any time. The genies are probably being held in the innermost parts of the camp. I don't understand what we're doing here, Master. Is your presence here truly needed? If they were true genies, they'd have power. They couldn't possibly be held like this. They can't do that. As frightened as they are of their own power, they can't even contemplate using it. I understand their feelings perfectly, but nothing will ever change if we don't help them escape. That's what you taught me yourself. Why are you suddenly so cautious? I have a bad feeling, like someone is watching us from hiding. Something isn't right. It's just your imagination. Being on alert all the time is making you paranoid. I hope you're right, but please don't take any unnecessary chances. I know, Wicca. You don't need to remind me of that. Oh, that's right, we have to go through. Yeah. And on some items, we have to go through the spikes. Got Glass of Awakening. Yeah, to me, these graphics are a good compromise. It's like they didn't have the budget to do, 4K sprites with 4K backgrounds. But what they did have is they had the ability to, maybe make the sprites a little smaller, but then give them lots and lots of detail. Instead of just, copping out and giving them, a super blocky look. Do I have any of the floor stuff? I don't know if I do or not. Safety shoes. Yeah, I better wear these. There's a lot of spikes here. But these chemical games are not really about technology. They are definitely more about characters and storytelling. That's why I like them so much, even though they tend to look poor and tend to run poor. With, some tiny exceptions. But like I said, I mean, in the first hour, all the orphan children die, and what is normally your female love interest also dies. It's like, most people are going to die in this story. Is there any treasure in here? Maybe. I mean, we're used to seeing, you know, very chancy story points in these kind of these smaller budget games. That's why it was so interesting to see that in Clair Obscur, which like is technically a lower budget game, but it had like a high pedigree behind it, so it did not feel low budget. And then to take stories which were, you know, again, very controversial as far as, you know, whether your characters are good or bad or whether they live or die. I think it's just something that we just very rarely see. Well, I guess that makes games that do pull a fast one on us with plot and characters makes them more memorable since it's so uncommon. This is a bit of nostalgia for me because during the Switch 1 era, we played a lot of these Kemco games. And, you know, that's why I appreciate them so much. Even though, I mean, this is an older one. This was released in like 2013 or 2014 or something like that. Which again is why the engine is not running ideally. You know, it's not running at 60 frames. But you know, story super interesting. Assassin's Blade, huh? Drop of Moon. Do any of my characters have like a float spell? Nope. I guess I didn't pick a character class that could learn that. We've reached the deepest part of the fort, but there's no one being held here. This is strange. Every cell we've seen has been empty. It looks like all the genies have relocated. Or the information we received was false. Are you saying we walked into a trap? But what reason would there be for that? To lure you here, of course. You've always been a soft touch. I knew you'd walk right into our trap if we laid the right trail for you to follow. An ambush? How like the Empire to play such a cowardly game? Now, cowardly seems like harsh language to use with an old friend. What? That voice? Legna? That's right. It's been a long time, Fort. All I have to say is, you look great. And I have to say, you look great. You're looking well yourself, but what are you doing here? It was such a surprise learning a weakling like Fort had joined with the Resistance. And this woman with you, she looks like Alicia. Where did you find her? Oh, you mean Wicca? Well, she's... It's nice to meet you, Mr. Legna. My name is Wicca. I'm a demon serving Mr. Fort. I hope you'll remember my name. You can see me then? When did you become a genie, Mr. Legna? What? Oh, you've realized that already. I was hoping to surprise you with a visit from some monsters, Fort. Huh? Do you have genie powers too? Yes, my genie abilities have awakened, the same powers you wield. They're great, aren't they? With the power I command, I'm invincible. Why did you have to get such powers too? Don't tell me you're jealous. Do you think directing monsters was a gift for you alone? I don't think any such thing. You know this power has been a curse to me. Yes, I know that very well. And I also know that I am a far stronger genie than you could ever hope to be. That is why the Empire has given me command of the genie troop. Quite a promotion, don't you think? The Empire? Are you the commander of the genie troop? What are you saying? Legna, tell me this is all a joke. You became a genie, yes, but you're imprisoned here, right? Master, open your eyes to the truth. You were led here under false pretenses. The man before you is your enemy. Legna is a powerful element of the Empire's strength. Oh my. The Empire. They destroyed our village, and you're working with them? A shock, isn't it? If our positions were reversed, I'm sure I'd be shocked as well. But you must have realized by now that our survival depends on submission to the Empire. No, it doesn't. Look at me. I've survived, and I found others who accept me as a comrade. You can't mean the Resistance. If so, you've made a terrible mistake. Think clearly for a moment. Does the Resistance truly understand you? Accept you? All they want from you is access to your genie powers. Well, it's no different from the Empire, then. You should leave the Empire behind. You haven't changed a bit, have you? Still stubborn. Still refusing to listen to reason. Well, perhaps a show of power will be more persuasive. Uh-oh. We must have tracked our old friend. It was our fault that his potential wife died. So, I guess I can't understand why he's a little mad. I mean, it wasn't like directly our fault, but our bungling did kind of make the situation worse. Oh, geez, he is strong. Oh, I'm getting my ass kicked. Your natural abilities are impressive, more so than I'd expected. Natural abilities? Let's put an end to this, Legna. What would Alicia think if she saw us? What? Alicia wouldn't want to see us fighting. Not like this. So please stop. Turn your back on the Empire and come with me. Shut up. Shut up. You're nothing, Fort. Don't talk down to me. I don't need your counsel. You've gotten arrogant since I last met you. Let's see if I can change that attitude. What? So many monsters. I can't handle this many monsters. See, this is my full strength. Can you match it? No, you can't. If you can't stand against me, how do you think you'll fare against the whole Empire? Here are the facts. Only a genie who has suffered as you have can understand a genie like you. You'd have many companions on our side. Come fight for the Empire. I'd even vouch for you. No, I'll never join the Empire, even if it's you who asks. Never. Master. Well, even with the choices laid out clearly, you refuse to listen. You're beyond saving. Please stop, Mr. Legna. You must have misunderstood the Master. Put away your sword. Quiet, demon. How dare you speak to me wearing Alicia's face? Yeah. Now I understand. You're the one who's been deceiving Fort, leading him to ruin. Isn't that so? If so, I'll use this sword to send you back where demons belong. No, don't, Legna. It wasn't Wicca. She's done nothing wrong. I'll make you see, Fort. Stop! Wah! What was that light? I'm blind. I can't see anything. Impressive, wasn't it? A little flash grenade we've developed. That voice, Mr. Evans? You seem to be fine now, Fort. I'm glad I made it in time. Looks like I cut it close, though. Well, now that we've ascertained it's all a trap, we'll run. Get out ahead of the enemy while they're dazzled. No, wait. I finally found Legna. Doesn't matter. You need to run. If you're caught again, you're finished. He's telling you the truth. I know you don't want to hear it, but you need to run now. All right. I understand, Wicca. Wait, Fort. Fort! Are you hurt, Commander? No, I'm fine, but I lost to him, didn't I? Yes, I'm sorry. If we had been able to suppress the resistance fighters, we'd have him. No, the fault isn't yours alone. I lost my temper. I didn't think clearly. Anyway, it's done. We'll have other chances. Think of it as postponing our fun for another day. Well, Fort, you won today, but I hope you don't think this is over. That was close. I'm glad we got out in time. Are you hurt? No, I'm fine. You saved my neck in there, Mr. Evans. Don't worry about it. We'd do the same for any of our comrades. By the way, Fort, there's something I need to ask you. Your tone with the commander seemed familiar. Do you know him? Yes, his name is Legna. He was the only other survivor of the Empire's attack on our village, and my closest friend. I don't understand how he has ended up with the Empire. I don't understand his thinking at all. I see. Your best friend, and now an enemy. That sounds rough. Tell me, Mr. Evans, what should I do? To be free, I have to stand up to the Empire, but if I do that, I'll be fighting Legna. That's not my decision to make. For matters of conscience, you need to find your own answers. If you don't think you can fight Legna, I won't try to persuade you to stay with the Resistance. But if you just turn your back on it all, you may never know his true motives. His true motives? The Empire is the only real enemy. Given what happened, your friend must feel the same way. And yet he's on the enemy's side. He must have reasons of his own that he didn't share. That may be true. There were other Imperial soldiers with him. Maybe he couldn't tell me the truth. Well then, Fort, will you let us help you? What? We'll also look into your friend's history with the Empire. With our network, we may uncover his real reasons. If we can do that, we may also be able to find a way to snatch him away from the Empire. What do you think? Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Evans. With your help, I'm sure I can get Legna back from the Empire. You're welcome. Of course, we're also hoping you and your friend might decide to fight with us. Yes, I'm sure when this is all resolved, Legna will fight at my side. It's good to hear. Of course, for that we'll have to gather enough strength to corner him. Why? we're the weaker side for now. Our message has less impact. We need to be able to shake him up. The Empire is huge and powerful. If he doesn't think we have the strength to take them on, why would he join us? We're planning to work with the Kingdom, our network, your genie power, and the Kingdom's military prowess. To make that happen, I'd like you to accompany me to the Kingdom Castle. Me? Go there with you? But won't you be suspected if you're traveling with a genie? It won't be a problem. Queen Ilia of the Kingdom is already expecting us. I see. If you think I can be helpful, I'll be glad to go with you. I knew I could count on you. I'll wait for you at the village exit. Meet me there when you're ready. Well, Wicca, you're there, aren't you? How are your injuries? Oh, Master, how kind of you to worry about me. But don't worry, I just fell against the wall when he pushed me. I'm not seriously hurt. I'm relieved to hear it. Wicca, may I ask you something? Yes, Master, I'll tell you anything I know. Well, it's about Legna. In all the time I knew him, he was just an ordinary human being. But now he's become a genie. Is it an easy thing to become a genie? No, the genie power is genetic. It's an inherited trait that only a few people will ever acquire. It's essentially impossible for anyone without genie blood to become a genie. If that's true, how has Legna developed genie power? That was definitely Legna, not an imposter. Two possibilities come to mind. He was always a genie, but only learned it after the two of you were separated. Or somewhere, somehow, a technology has been developed that allows ordinary humans to gain genie powers. Convert a normal human to a genie? Would that be possible? The Empire seems to have been doing some research, using captured genies like yourself, Master. It wouldn't be entirely surprising if the research had begun to bear fruit. I think you're saying Legna could be... I don't know anything about his case. I do know that without learning more, such speculation is pointless. At any rate, I believe you have more immediate concerns. What do you mean? I mean this resistance, and Evans in particular. You shouldn't be so quick to trust him. Why? He has done nothing but help me, even knowing I'm a genie. He's also willing to help me with Legna. How can I be suspicious of someone who's been so kind? You're right, he's been very generous. That's what strikes me as odd. Why is the leader of the resistance going so far out of his way to help you, Master? I know a genie would be a great asset to him, of course, but I think there may be other motives he isn't showing you. I don't think so. He's the first man to have shown me kindness since I lost Alicia and Legna. If we can change the Empire, I may be able to return to something like the life I knew. That's the only reason I've agreed to help him. There's nothing strange in any of that, is there? If Master says so, I'll hold my counsel. But let me say just one more thing. A man who believes fervently in a cause is willing to sacrifice anything in its service. Anything, or anyone. You worry too much. Anyway, we need to go. Mr. Evans is waiting for us. Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Evans. Are your preparations made? Then let's move out. We'll reach the Kingdom Castle by passing through the Autumn Mountain path north of Barbas and heading north. You should know I'm not much good in a fight. If we meet trouble, you'll need to take care of the rough stuff. Of course I will. Leave that part of it to me. Okay, so they're already setting up a very, very complex relationship between everyone. Again, that's the strength of a Kemco published title. You know, I mean, they have a couple different developers, but it seems like they really pick projects that are written really well. So anyway, why don't we stop it there? This is meowmurai. You've been watching Covenant of Solitude. We're running on Nintendo Switch 2. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.